All right. So I have been thinking about this for a while. I used to have a roommate I was helping out, learn to play the mandolin, but and it kind of got me really, really paying a lot of mind to, I guess, just thinking a lot about real fundamental ways to understand stuff. If you're a more beginner, or this stuff might seem obvious, to more advanced players, or at least it's stuff that people probably know intuitively or have thought about. But it's always a good reminder too. So, yeah, I just wanted to. I know if it's helped anyone, it could help more people. So yeah, the concept here is kind of about the way that I think about the word dancing in a real fundamental sense, something that is really, really gets to the heart of what it is. And I think that it's a way that you physically signal with your body the way that you feel music, and I like to say feel and kind of make the distinction between hearing and feeling, because and I say you use your feelers to feel and your ears to hear. And I think this is relevant, especially in people that I've talked to and worked with, who are learning to play music, and because it's the internet, you can find tabs or notation for any piece of music that you want. And I think for some people it can kind of get sold to them like they're approaching it that, like, okay, you're looking at the sheet and all those notes equal the music, and they're in the right order, it's in the right meter and everything. But those a software program and a composition program with MIDI playback, can play those notes back to you if you make a score or whatever on I use Guitar Pro, but it was Muse score and all that. And it'll play all those notes back, but you kind of get a sense of the difference between music and the notes. So say that you're learning something like Big Ciota or something, and you're trying to learn it. You're playing through it all, right? You're looking at the notes. So and you're just going through the tune like that, and I'm of the mind that that's not very helpful. I think a better way to deal with it is to really activate your feelers, and because in order to play something, you have to hold like your ideal conception of what that tune is or whatever that piece of music is, and so you have to kind of hold the essence of the thing in your mind, and then dance. You dance in a way that using your instrument. You move your body in a way that is the more you practice, the more you'll come into alignment with that idealized version of it, of the music that you're playing. So excuse me. So if you can't sing it, if you can't hum it, you really have no business playing it, right? So so that is a great way to kind of get your feelers activated and get move in the more conventional sense, dancing, moving your body in a way that isn't playing yet, that kind of gets you in the rhythm and kind of gets you in touch with that your understanding of the tune in the way that you'd like it, in the way you'd like to hear it. So this is all kind of the same thing as just talking about visualization, you know, or yeah, you know, like athletes do that kind of thing and all that. But you know, if you gotta, you can whistle it, hum it, whatever, sing it, you know, and then you know what you're shooting for, you know. So the difference thing. So, one has a human element to it, you know, and you know, it's easy to say, don't just play the notes, feel it. But you know, if you're just, well, I can't, you know, I got to look at the notes, I got to look at the sheet. Just go phrase by phrase, go as small phrases as you need, you know. So like, but like, you know, activate the feelers. And that's really the way to do it. I mean, music, learning a tune in general, in my opinion, you know, there's stuff that I played for years and I never played it. You know, I've been relearning this lately, though. Yes, this. And when I first started learning that, you know, I'd heard Chris Thiele do it. And he plays it great. He just, you know, his recent album just came out. It's on there. It's awesome. But you know, so when I, like, especially when I got to this part, sorry, it's out of tune, but you know, I was trying to play it fast like that, and then I'd hear myself play it, and it's like, why does that sound so bad? You know, I'm playing all the notes, but then, you know, I kind of realized that it's more about, you know, and then you do that slow. Sorry, this is so out of tune. It's cold in my house, that's why I got this vest on. You know, so it's like, you know, put some feeling into it, make it beautiful. And then if you do that slow, you just speed that up, you know, but you got to start slow. You can't just gloss over it and misrepresent what actually makes that music so beloved. Let me actually show it. You know, but when I was played it, when I first started to learn that piece years ago, you know, and then when I'd get to this part, it just like, you know, no, and you know, if you would have slowed it down, I'm like just, And that's not the music, you know. That's the notes, but it's not the music. To play music, you have to dance, and that's the point of this spiel. So hopefully that helps somebody.